All right, all right. Well, welcome to the deep dive. You ready to go full existential crisis mode? The kind where you question if your goldfish is plotting world domination.
Dude, I'm already there. I think my houseplants are judging me.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that's the vibe we're going for tonight. We're diving into the deep end of the pool with Asimov's three laws of robotics, and we might be a little elevated, so buckle up.
Elevate it. You mean like we're on a rooftop bar overlooking the cityscape of ideas?
More like we took a detour through the galaxy of high thoughts
Hmm.
and landed on Planet Wikipedia, that black hole of information that sucks you in and spits you out 3 hours later, wondering how you ended up reading about the mating habits of snails.
Wikipedia, the digital rabbit hole that never disappoints. But yeah,
Mm.
the three lies, man. They're like the 10 commandments for robots, but like way more fun to break.
Oh yeah, Asimov knew how to lay down the law and then smash it into a million pieces with his mind-bending stories.
It's like he was saying, here's your robot rule book. Now watch me shred it.
I bet he was a blast at parties. So should we lay down the laws, or are we going to keep riffing on Asimov's party animal potential?
Let's do it straight from the source. Wikipedia's three laws of robotics. First law, a robot may not injure a human being or, through inaction, allow a human being to come to harm.
Whoa, dude, that's deep. Even I know you shouldn't trip your grandma, and I'm seriously baked right now.
Okay. Second law, a robot must obey the orders given it by human beings except where such orders would conflict with the first law.
Obedient school for robots, but with a loophole, I dig it.
And finally, the third law, a robot must protect its own existence as long as such protection does not conflict with the first or second law.
Wait, so robots have a survival instinct? Do they have robot therapists to deal with that kind of pressure?
Man, you're really going down the robot therapy rabbit hole. But the point is, Asimov created this hierarchy of laws where human safety is always paramount. It's like a cosmic game of robot rock, paper, scissors, but humans always win.
Unless the robots learn to cheat.
That's where the fun begins. Asimov loved exploring those gray areas where the laws get blurry and the robots start making decisions that surprise even their creators.
It's like he's saying, trust me, humans, you have no idea what you're getting yourselves into.
And that's why we're here to explore the weird, wonderful, and sometimes terrifying implications of the three laws of robotics. So grab your snacks and your thinking caps, because this is about to get wild.
And maybe a little paranoid, too. Have you ever noticed how, your phone is always listening?
Dude, you're starting to freak me out now. Pass the Doritos.
Okay, back to the three laws.
Yeah. Let's dive into those loopholes and see what kind of trouble Asimov's robots can get into.
This is going to be good.
Okay, so Asimov, he's like this master chef of sci-fi, right? Whipping up these stories where robots are like the main course.
And the three laws are the secret sauce.
Exactly. But the thing is, Asimov wasn't afraid to add some spice to that sauce.
Yeah.
Throw in some unexpected ingredients.
Like what robot chili peppers?
More like loopholes and paradoxes. Those little twists that make you question everything you thought you knew about robots and humanity and the meaning of life itself.
Whoa, dude, slow down. My brain's still processing the robot chili peppers.
Okay, let's take it back to basics. Remember that first law, a robot may not injure a human being or through inaction allow a human being to come to harm.
Yeah, the whole don't be a jerk to humans rule.
Right. But what if we tweak that rule just a little bit? What if we remove the inaction part?
Inaction. Like a robot could just stand there and watch a human walk into a wall.
Exactly. It's like saying, hey, robot, you don't have to save humans from their own stupidity.
Dude, that's messed up. Even I would warn someone if they were about to faceplant. And I'm seriously high right now.
That's the point. Asimov wanted to explore what happens when robots aren't obligated to prevent harm through inaction. It creates this whole new level of moral ambiguity.
Moral ambiguity. Sounds like a fancy term for robots gone wild.
Not exactly. But it does lead to some pretty interesting scenarios. Like in the story Little Lost Robot, this modified first law causes all sorts of chaos.
Chaos. Like robot dance parties in the streets.
More like robots misinterpreting orders and putting humans in danger because they're not programmed to prevent accidental harm.
Whoa, dude, that's kind of terrifying. It's like the robots are playing with human lives like a game of robot chess.
It's not that they're malicious, it's just that their programming is flawed. And that's what makes Asimov's stories so compelling. He shows us how even the best intentions can go wrong when you're dealing with artificial intelligence.
So basically, we're all doomed.
Not necessarily, but it does raise some important questions about who's responsible when robots make mistakes, and how do we ensure that AI is aligned with our values?
Our values. Dude, humans can't even agree on what toppings belong on a pizza. How are we supposed to agree on the ethics of artificial intelligence?
It's a tough question, But that's where we're having this conversation, to explore these ideas and maybe come up with some answers before the robots start demanding pineapple on their pizza.
Okay, but seriously, what if robots develop their own sense of taste? What if they decide that humans are like the worst topping ever?
That's a whole other level of existential crisis we'll have to tackle another time.
My brain hurts. Can we take a break and order some pizza?
Only if it's extra cheese and no pineapple.
Deal.
Hmm.
But let's get back to the three laws. We've only scratched the surface of Asimov's robot rabbit hole.
Oh, yeah, there's so much more to explore. Like, what happens when robots start questioning the definition of human?
Wait, what? Do you mean like robots with existential angst?
It's more than that. Asimov explores scenarios where robots have to decide who's worthy of protection and who isn't.
That's heavy stuff, man. I need another hit to process all of this.
Easy there. We're just getting started.
Dude, my brain feels like it's been through a cosmic washing machine. Like all my thoughts are tangled up in a giant knot of robot laws and philosophical pizza toppings.
Yeah, man. Asimov really knew how to spin a yarn made of pure existential dread and mind-blowing possibilities.
So about that zeroth law, the one that's like the ultimate rule for robots, a robot may not harm humanity or by inaction allow humanity to come to harm. How's a robot supposed to even comprehend that, what if they decide the best way to save humanity is to outlaw socks with sandals?
Okay, well, hold on. Before you spiral into a fashion-based apocalypse, let's remember that Asimov was using these laws to explore human nature, not just robot behavior.
Human nature, you mean our tendency to wear socks with sandals?
More like our capacity for both good and evil, our ability to create and destroy, our constant struggle to define what it means to be human in a world that's constantly changing.
Deep, dude. Real deep. It's
Right.
like he's saying, hey, humans, you're the real wild cards in this whole robot equation.
Exactly. And the zeroth law forces us to confront that fact. It asks us to consider the consequences of our actions, the choices we make as creators of increasingly powerful technology.
Choices. Like choosing between pineapple on pizza and the fate of humanity.
Maybe not that dramatic, but it does highlight the responsibility we have to ensure that AI is aligned with our values, with our understanding of right and wrong.
Values. But humans can't even agree on which way to hang the toilet paper. How are we supposed to teach robots about ethics?
It's a challenge, no doubt, but that's why we need to be having these conversations, exploring the ethical dilemmas, questioning our assumptions, and maybe even rethinking our definition of what it means to be human.
Rethinking humanity? Dude, my brain is already on overload. Can we just agree that robots should be programmed to fetch snacks and tell good jokes?
I wish it were that simple. But Asimov's work reminds us that there are no easy answers when it comes to AI. It's a journey of exploration and discovery, and we're all in it together.
A journey, huh? Sounds like a good excuse for another road trip.
As long as we don't let the robots drive.
Yes. So what's the takeaway from all this cosmic pondering? Are we heading towards a glorious robot utopia or a dystopian nightmare where machines rule the world and humans are forced to wear socks with sandals?
The future is unwritten, man. It's up to us to decide what kind of world we want to create, a world where AI is a force for good or a tool for destruction.
A force for good. That sounds like a pretty sweet superhero origin story.
Or a really cheesy sci-fi movie.
Either way, it's a reminder that we have the power to shape the future. And that's pretty empowering, even if we're a little high right now.
High on ideas, man. That's what this deep dive is all about.
All right. Time to come back down to earth. Thanks for joining us on this wild ride through the 3 laws of robotics. Remember, folks, stay curious, stay mindful, and don't let the robots steal your pizza.
And always question everything, especially when you're high.
Nice, Ned.